Prime Russell Westbrook.
And sticks the dagger!
One of the most unique superstars in the history of the NBA, who across his 17-year career has claimed accolades such as 9 All-NBA appearances, 2-time scoring champ and 3-time assist champ, being a part of the NBA 75th anniversary team, and winning the MVP award in the 2016-2017 NBA season. Kobe Bryant even said if there was one player who played the most like him, it would be Russ.
Westbrook plays me. He plays me like I did, much the way I play.
Today we're going to be looking at the ridiculous numbers Westbrook averaged in his prime and what that did for the NBA. Westbrook was selected at the 4th pick in the 2008 NBA draft to the Seattle Supersonics. Though he never played in Seattle, as soon after, the franchise relocated to OKC. His 3rd season was when his career really changed, becoming an all-star and averaging 22 points and 8 assists. The next year, OKC made a finals run, Russ being the second option. Against the 2nd seed Heat, the focus was on the matchup of LeBron vs Kevin Durant. Despite this, Russ dropped a huge 43 points in Game 4, before shooting 4 for 20 in the next game, costing OKC the whole series. At just 23 years old, and in his first ever finals appearance, Russ averaged 23, 6 and 6. This performance from such a young team left many to believe that the big three of Russ, KD and Harden would be the future of the league. The next year, the Thunder had the number 1 seed as a 60-win team. In the first round of the playoffs, they played the Rockets, who recently traded for former teammate James Harden. Russ suffered a torn meniscus in Game 3 of this series after a collision with Patrick Beverley, being ruled out for the rest of the series and ending the Thunder season. Many worried he may face the same situation as Derrick Rose, but with 3 knee surgeries before the 2014 playoffs, Russ made a major recovery. A year later, in 2015, OKC had a 3-1 lead in the conference finals against the young Golden State Warriors. The Warriors made a comeback after a poor performance from Russ and went on to beat the LeBron Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games, winning the championship. After this season had ended for the Thunder, KD entered free agency. He chose to sign with the Golden State Warriors, who, as mentioned earlier, had ended the Thunder's previous season. This caused major waves in the NBA community, many wondering how he could be so disloyal as to sign with the team that had just beaten the Thunder, the team he had played his whole career with up until now. Without having to share the ball with KD, he became the 2nd player in history to average a triple-double for an entire season, and though some have come close, he is still the most recent to do so. That season, where he averaged 31, 10 and 10, was the best season of his career, winning MVP. The year after, he broke many scoring records, with 42 triple-doubles, 3 of which he had 50 points, and being the leading scorer for the NBA. Unfortunately, the Thunder still could not get it done, and were quickly knocked out of the playoffs by the Rockets, who still had Harden for 5 games. People quickly realized that Russ played hero ball. Looking at some current NBA players who also play hero ball, or even all-time greats, like when Oscar Robertson averaged a triple-double, when Jordan averaged 37, or when Kobe averaged 35, they all, like Russ, lost in the first round of the playoffs. Looking at his stats, he seemed like a great, well-rounded player and teammate, and the Thunder were definitely a much better team when he was on the court than when he was on the bench. But the rest of the team was solely there as an option for us. Don't get me wrong, he was a great player, but if you watch a few Thunder games from that time, you notice he has the ball for majority of the possession every play, making quick, bad passes at the end of a shot clock if he didn't have a good look. After 10 seasons in Oklahoma, he started to get traded almost every season. He averaged a triple-double for the first 2 seasons after he won MVP, and then once more in 2021 on the Wizards, all of which he didn't make or quickly lost in the playoffs. Despite the little postseason success, it is easy to see that prime Russell Westbrook is among the top players in the history of the NBA, ESPN making him in the top 25 players of the modern NBA. Stats aside, Russ was one of the most athletic and energetic players in his prime. possibly the most entertaining highlight reels, and a pre-Steph Curry way of scoring. Now, in his 17th season in the league, Russ is barely averaging 10 points per game with little starting appearances, leading many to wonder what happened to prime Russ.